The pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Coming out with it, it's Anderson. He's brought down at the 16, would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
And this is a tough spot for the QB, man. He knows he's down big and has to make big plays down the field, but also got to be smart because this defense, you can tell, bringing in extra bodies, playing the pass, maybe take the dink and dunk, let your guys make some plays because they are definitely playing the deep ball.
Wants to throw it. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. LSU right back to the line.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who
throws toward the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fella there. And, Davey, you know, it's funny. I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands. Guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David gonna take a shot. Makes the grab down the left side. Running free. Touchdown LSU. He got a step and just dusted the field. Well, this receiver is making this passing attack look like it's going against air.
No doubt, it does. It looks like it's on air. I tell you what, you got to find a way to rough this guy up a little bit. Be physical. Make sure he takes a toll instead of all these big plays he keeps making. Make him tired, physically dent him a little bit, make him have to work a little bit harder than that.
If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes if you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring. I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Now the toss. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponents got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
They're going to run it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Looking for a gap. It's Lacy. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Ole Miss gets the daily dump. They win the Magnolia Bowl and beat LSU. And as always, they take victory in the tailgate. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Cardinals will put total leather to crank us up. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tate. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
Short, the power run here. Yard on that one. Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the ACC, the Louisville Cardinals. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. He'll bring it out. It's Watson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. On the move. Got room to work. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Dropping back, it's Moss. And the rush will get to him at the 25. This Mike backer showing some versatility. Think he always just has to stay home and play the run? Was bringing the pass rush that time.
No, this ain't old school football anymore, Reese. These guys got to be so athletic, and you see them blitz.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense putting points on the board.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep two hands on the ball. That time, he got hit. The ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And after the scoop and score, now the offense is out there to try to make it 8-0. He's got it in the end zone. Two-point conversion is good. The lead is 8. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Moss. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Skinner. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
The play action fake. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Under fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the third possession is the charm. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backwards. This ain't high school anymore. And you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Wants to go up top. Dances away. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Touchdown, Cardinals! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and they get the easy touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Graham. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively?
He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab on the left side. Open spaces. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Moss. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf. That last completion sets him up on second down. Looking to fire. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got it. 1st down and more. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Off-play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Sends it downfield. He's got it. And he won't be able to get it as the defense gets him down at the 1.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Touchdown, Louisville! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Tate. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Get it out on the screen. trying to tackle this guy is a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires a throw, and now it's picked off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. He might want another play. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. 3rd and long from the 30-yard line, in this defense hoping to knock them out of field goal range. Wants to throw. It's Moss. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's why, as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. On 4th down, looking to pass. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
When the offense stays aggressive, they try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Off the play fake on 1st down. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot. On the run, it's Donaldson. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They give it to him again. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The Buckeyes will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Defense looks as if it's coming. Looking deep. Makes the grab on the right. Off and running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
How about this? These guys are going for two. To the air, it's Sayin. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
And these decisions to go for two, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To the air on first down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Now the play fake. That's caught. It's Lacy. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Nice patience by the quarterback there. He had his receiver running a crossing route, but the QB knew it was zone coverage, so he's got to be careful and make sure that he hits him in a window, and he did that right there.
Got his man quickly. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Bringing the heat. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And he makes the catch at the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And that'll do it. Here in the second quarter, halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. The Cardinals will line up to kick off and start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Graham. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Wants to fire on second down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Finds a spot in the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And the Buckeyes want to move quickly. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
They're dealing with a second and long. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Looking to the big tight end. A lot of defenders around on that screen. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. Wants to throw on first down. Got it set up on the outside. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He stopped at the 19-yard line. A big play there to get the pick and take it back inside the 20. Motion from the wideout. Give to Brown. Fights off the defender. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Cardinals will have it 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. To the air. It's Moss. Got it in the middle. It's Brown.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Off play action. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Well, we're not quite in the 4th quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Knocked down at the 27 after a pickup of 5. The Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
Shoots it to the left. It's complete. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can, and they're asked to block a lot of the times too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches, so he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. To throw, it's Sayin. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Skinner. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the 3rd quarter. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on first down. He lofts one down the sideline. Snags it inside the 20.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield go completely uncovered.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. The 50. He's at the 40. The 20. The 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were.
How about the job by this field goal block unit? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
He'll bring it out. It's Tate. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. To the air, it's Sayin. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up. Every once in a while, you have a dude roll out in the scarlet and gray, and they have a day. Terry Glenn, Jack, he unleashes a long one. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earned the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. You're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way.
This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Got some room to run. Finally brought down. But what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. He wants to take the top off. He caught it. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Pushes ahead. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Quarterback making checks. Looking to throw, it's Moss. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Touchdown, Cardinals! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. They'll run play action. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Is no good. That keeps the score. Ohio State 32, Louisville 25.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Tate. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Fighting off the defender. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you. A huge third down. To the air, it's Sayin. Gets it out quickly. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
And that is big time, late in the game, that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. Makes a catch at the 20. Finds a seam. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
Number 38, set to kick it off.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. To the air on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got his man on the right. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down.
And that's a 1st down for the offense.
Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Soft spot in the middle. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. The Buckeyes want to crank the tempo. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Wide out trying to get it in. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. Wants to throw again. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fit it in the window, the score.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
Looking for the two-point try. He wants to throw it. He's got it. Two-point try is good as they build on this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the...
Throws toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Back to pass. It's Sayin. Scrambling away. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Defense might bring the house here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Ohio State! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Here comes the 2-point try. They'll go to the air. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. The short hands, it's Lacy. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The Cardinals have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. It is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Pulls it in. It's Brown. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. The offense changing the play. Looking to pass. It's Moss. He'll take a shot. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. It won't matter much in the outcome, but a little extra stat padding is nice.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the breadbasket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job of getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
Looking to throw. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. He'll bring it out. It's Tate. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix on offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.